Good evening. Welcome to my vlog. Just got back from work, so I'm super hungry right now, so I'm just preparing some chicken nuggets to eat. You can never go wrong with chicken nuggets and just some barbecue sauce. So that was very delicious, but there's this comment that I wanted to share with you guys that I got from James Games. He's a brand new subscriber. He actually subscribed yesterday, but he kind of gave a cool idea, and I want to know what you guys think about it. Oh, that feels so much better around the neck. Anyway, James Games said, dude, really, you should do a live stream so we could talk because I love you. And Mr. Beast, just tell me the time and day. I subscribed. I was thinking about it. I thought that was kind of a cool idea. So what I'm proposing is that maybe we could do a live stream every week. I'm thinking maybe we can do it maybe every other day or once a week. It kind of depends if you guys come and hang out. But I'm hoping that there's a couple of you guys that would love to just come on and just have a chat. It really does depend on the demand of you guys. So if you guys are interested in me doing a live stream where you and I will hang out live for about an hour or half an hour on a set scheduled basis, let me know in the comment section down below, because if there's even like a couple of you guys that want that idea, and I know James does, so I'm gonna do it just for James. But if there's any of you guys that also agree with James, please let me know. So something that was on my mind today that I wanted to share with you guys is about decision making. The way that school has been teaching you guys about decision making, I think is wrong. I think there's a much better way to do it. When you were a kid growing up, the way that your school taught you to make a decision is to make a pros and cons list for every single choice that you have to make. And once that's done, you go with the choice that has the most amount of pros in your favor and the least amount of cons that aren't in your favor. You've effectively designed a decision-making process that is solely geared towards going with the safest decision. Because that's really what it is. When you're going with the decision that has the most pros and the least amount of cons, you're setting up a process of finding the safest decision for your life. Instead of making the most safe decision, the one that has everything in your favor, make the decision that just feels right, no matter the risk. And when I say what feels right, I mean your gut feeling, I mean what feels right in your heart. I actually have the most literal example of this. When I first came into university, I was studying computer science, and I could not have been way off with the major that I chose. I absolutely hated computer science. I didn't want to be in it anymore. Not until the winter semester of my first year in university that my whole world changed. I was so fed up with being in this program that instead of listening to my friends and them telling me all the pros of staying into computer science and making the safest choice, I decided to go with the riskier choice. But not because the choice is riskier by definition. I went with a different choice because the other choice just felt right. One day I was sitting inside a computer science class and it just hit me all at once. It was like this rush of, oh my god, I'm in the wrong program, I need to get out of this right now. Taryn, get out. And I got up, I left the room, went on my computer, dropped all of my classes. I was effectively dropped out of computer science. And the reason why that decision was so risky was because I didn't think about any consequences or anything that followed after that decision. I didn't think about what program or field or study that I wanted to switch to. I didn't know what I was going to be studying next. I didn't know what major I was going to be switching to, if I was even going to be staying in university. I just knew that I didn't want to be in computer science, and that was more than enough for me to get the heck out of there. So effectively, I made a decision that put me into like a desert. I'm just a lonely man in a desert with no path now. I had absolutely no idea what was gonna happen next. That moment there was probably one of the greatest decisions I have ever made in my entire life. Now I'm in economics and finance. I have an amazing job. Making that choice changed my life. I'm not saying that you can't make a pros and cons list when it comes to making decisions. I do it all the time. I still use that type of method when it comes to deciding what I want to do. I use that method to identify, okay, what is the safest decision? And when I found that safe decision, I asked myself this, okay, this is the safe decision. Is this the right decision for me though? Does the other decision, although it's riskier, feel right? And that's how I make my choices. And it's never failed me. I was calling